Hello Gemini, welcome back to my channel if you're a returning subscriber. If you're new, hope you enjoy the reading. This is a general life reading for your sign, and I've already shuffled and laid out the cards, so let's have a look. If you want to stay on for the love reading, that will be following afterwards. There is a timestamp down below if you want to skip ahead. Please don't forget to like and share, like and subscribe for me, please. That does help to move the videos around YouTube. Okay, so from a sort of unfolding for the month of January, certainly, and then going into February, you have got Capricorn here. And literally for the whole month of January, Capricorn is aspected in some way with a number of planets forming a number of either conjunctions or aspects. And then there's also you know, the new moon is in Capricorn, and then a full moon is in Cancer, but it's square Pluto, which is in Capricorn. So Capricorn is featuring very, very strongly with all the personal planets, certainly. And this goes over into February, where we have Venus and Mars conjunct, which is quite rare. It doesn't happen very often. Beautiful conjunction, and that is happening on the 13th of February. So it's on the Valentine's weekend, and that is in Capricorn at 14 degrees. And then just after that, you know, sort of 3 days later is a full moon in Leo, which is the romance sign. So really, there's Capricorn is fully aspected this month, and it may be coming in for you in particular because you have Capricorn represented here. So I feel that there's quite a bit of there is some personal relationship things going on here, but there's also to do with possibly friends, but also to do with business or goals that you have, or you know, possibly career aspects and so on. So the two are kind of involved, and I do feel that for the month of January, certainly the career and the business or the connecting with others is going to be important. Now we have here the 8th house. So the 8th house is to do with intimacy, and this is between committed partners. So this is normally in a love relationship, but it could also be in a marriage or a committed relationship. So it's how that relationship actually binds together. So union, how does that happen? How does that come together? The emotional and material resources are all tied up with the 8th house. Sexuality comes into the 8th house, and also secrets and mysteries, obsessions also come in. Anything erotic comes into the 8th house. Now you have got at the bottom Mercury, and at the top you've got Guinevere, true love. So I feel that somebody, if you are already with somebody, then this could be to do with your person. It could be a regeneration or a renewal, or there's some aspect that is being highlighted for you in the 8th house. But it could also be somebody new coming in. But it's saying that this person is special, this person you have a deep bond with. Now, it's possible that this person is a Capricorn, or the Capricorn energy is applying to other aspects of the cards. So it could be that, just take it as it resonates. But the Mercury energy coming in is I feel, to do with communication. Mercury is always about that, but it's also about perception, understanding, and also what you put out there. So all forms of communication come in with Mercury. It's also about hearing or listening. Now, because it's coming into the 8th house and you've got Guinevere, it could be that if this is a new person, that really the communication must be highlighted in this situation. So communication is going to be key. Also listening, paying attention, and being sincere. All of these things come in with Mercury. And being a Gemini, Mercury rules your sign anyway. So, you know, sometimes with the Gemini energy, you can come across as a bit scattered or kind of gift of the gabby. You know, you want to be sincere, you want to be honest with the Mercury energy, and you want to be clear about how you're communicating in this regard. Because this person, it says here, true love, the romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. So normally this is indicative of a soulmate is either in your life already, and you're just regenerating that, because the 8th house can also be regeneration or renewal of that. Or perhaps you're just perceiving it and seeing it now. Perhaps you're really seeing that this person is in fact your soulmate. Or it could be that somebody is coming in and this is who they are to you. But it's also saying that your romantic nature, you're a very romantic person, but it's saying that your romantic needs have not been met previously. or you need to articulate or speak to your person about your romantic needs. And this is a mutual thing. You know, Mercury is also listening, but also speaking. So I feel the two go hand in hand, and paying attention to detail, and talking about it, exchanging ideas, coming up with communications around all issues to do with the 8th house. 8th house is obviously also to do with monetary things as well. But it's normally to do with sexuality in a relationship, the monetary side, how's that all going to fit together in a union. But it can also be to do with birthing something, you know, a new cycle or a new start. Or it could also be the regeneration or renewal of something, and some aspect of the relationship. It can also be a change of cycle. In other words, some aspect of your life falls away and a new one comes in. So this could be previous relationships kind of fade into the background in comparison to this person. So, you know, it's kind of like why it didn't work out before because of this person coming in now. Could be that. But I feel this is about understanding. Mercury is always about the mind, taking things on board, perception, understanding, clarification, being clear, but also sincere and listening. Very, very important skills at this time. Now, it could also be, it's possible that with quite a bit of career energy going on, it could be that you're in a very serious frame of mind with the Capricorn energy, and it might be that you just need to bring a bit of fun in because you've got fun here. So it could be that you just need to lighten things up with Mercury, bring in a sense of humor. Mercury is very much about that, bring in a sense of humor, lighten things up, make things fun and interesting, more social perhaps, or just more outgoing. Whatever the situation is, just apply it to your situation. Just be careful with Mercury in the 8th house. There could be a bit of gossip coming in. Just take the high road and let that go. Or it could also be receiving news about something or someone, this person possibly. It can also be, with the 8th house, things can rise up from underneath. So this could be sexual power or sexual passion for this situation, but it could also be aspects of your romantic nature which need to be addressed now, need to be expressed, and that's possibly why Mercury is going to stimulate those things coming out from underneath, things that have been hidden or not being revealed necessarily. It could also have been that possibly this person is a secret love, but now it's going to be coming out in some way, shape or form. All right, so then we've got the 9th house. The 9th house is about adventure, travel. Often it's international or long distance travel, but it's also about foreign things, foreign concepts, and this could be import, export, or learning or understanding about foreign concepts or cultures or people even. It could even be expanding. The 9th house is about meeting the world in some way, and this could be on an international level or a foreign level, getting the word out or doing promotions internationally, things like that. But it's how you meet the world, getting out and about. It's also about higher education, so this could be learning. Normally it's associated with university level or adult education. You could also be learning about the law or legal matters with the 9th house. Or you're involved in the law or a legal matter. The law may be your profession. But whatever it is, the 9th house has got a very expansive quality about it. As I said, it's got this adventure, risk-taking, exploration kind of quality, whether this is purely internal through your intuition and developing and seeking the truth in certain matters, or whether it's to do with your career or your aspirations, or whether it's physically actually going on an adventure. So internal or external, take it as you need it. It can also be about teaching and publishing. Journalism comes into this. Also to do with religion, belief systems and philosophies. You could be studying any one of those as well, or you could just be understanding concepts now in the greater world. All right, but I do feel it's also to do with aspirations that you have, or spiritual quests that you have, or something that you are wanting to take a risk on, or something you are expanding your knowledge in. And this could also be related to like pilgrimages or spiritual quests, things like that. But it does deal very much to do with wisdom and faith and the gaining of that, and also the holding of that, so that you are expanding in your knowledge. Any promotional work will also come into the 9th house. Now we've got at the bottom earth element stability coming in, And then we've got here Aerocura blossoming. So she says you are just getting started, so have patience with yourself and the process and do not give up. All right. So she's saying that, you know, whatever cause or whatever it is that you're trying to do in this 9th house is going to take time and effort, consistent effort. But don't get frustrated with yourself or with the process, because it's kind of an unfolding, it's a blossoming that you are going through. And this takes nurturing and it takes commitment, you know. So that's what she's talking about. She also does say that spending time in nature amongst flowers or flower essences, or spending time in that sort of world, whether it's essential oils or flower essences, may also be helpful to balance things at this time. But it could also be that cures and remedies may be needed through those systems, like Bach flower remedies or something like that, or essential oils. It could also be that you may be learning something about that. But she deals very much with the blossoming in the floral kingdom and spending time there, and that's going to help you as well to balance things. But apart from that, it's the blossoming energy which she's talking about there. So now you have got at the bottom earth element stability. You've also, as I said, got the Capricorn energy. So I feel that this is about, certainly with Capricorn, having goals, having an ambition, or having a strategy or a plan or some kind of path that you want to set now and move towards. Whether this is from a relationship point of view or to do with these other factors which we're going to get to now. But it's certainly saying that in this house and with the Capricorn, you could be meeting some very important people at this time. So the meeting and the greeting and the socializing, or getting out and about, or connecting with others internationally or foreign folk, or to do with publishing or teaching or journalism, whatever the situation is, law or university education, whatever it is, you're going to be meeting some very important people. And these are people, especially with the Capricorn energy, who are going to help you in some way. And the earth element is also indicated in that regard. It's saying that there are going to be people around you who are going to either escalate your aspirations or are going to assist you in some way to meet your desires and your goals. Earth element is also about stability. So it's saying that some stability is coming into this 9th house. This is slow-moving energy. Capricorn and the earth element is slow-moving energy. It's about building foundations for life. This is not fast-moving, quick, you know, chop-chop kind of action. This is building brick by brick by brick, and having a plan. That's very much the earth element. It is also that you don't want to have so much earth that you become slow or heavy or bogged down. The earth element sometimes can test you in that regard, where it says to you, yes, you want to grow, and yes, you may be tested in some way in this house, but it could also be that you may need to just have an attitude of trying new things, or exploring new avenues, or looking at different ways of doing things, certainly because it's saying don't be afraid to take steps in a new direction with the earth element card. Okay, so don't be afraid to go in try something new, or go in a new direction. By all means, you can be methodical and you can be practical about it, but don't be afraid to take those steps. All right, so and just bear in mind that this is a slow moving energy. You've got to be patient, and you need to build up slowly, but it's certainly saying that stability is coming into you for you to this house, and it's going to be about creating better. It could also be money matters are consolidating at this time, and you know, this is putting money aside for a rainy day. It's also consolidation for whatever it is you're trying to do in this 9th house. So it's generally your garden of possibilities, and how are you nurturing that, which is what the Aerocura blossoming is all about. How are you nurturing this area of your life which you've got something going on? How are you going to build that up for yourself? Now, we have also got the 11th house coming in here. So the 11th house is very much about the future, and what your aspirations are, your hobbies, your interests, and your innovation abilities. It's a very exciting kind of exploratory house from a experimental situation. It could also be technology, but it's very futuristic in its aspirations. It's also about humanitarian things. All things humanitarian come into the 11th house. It could also be about the world in general, global situations, global consciousness, collectives, and aspects around that, and the trends and movements in society, and tracking those that may be relevant to what it is that you're doing for yourself, what business you're in, or what your career aspirations are, whatever. It could also be to do with a collective that you may be a member of. You may be a member of a wider collective, and you are seeing aspects here which are to do with generational healing, trauma, and basically gaining wisdom through pain. Now, the Chiron energy is about learning things that may be painful, but there's wisdom that's going to be gained through that. Sometimes it can be physical healing, actual physical healing, but it's more often than not to do with emotional healing of some sort. Now, this, as I said, could be on a collective level, or it could be very much to do with you specifically. And it's saying that there's some sort of healing that has to occur here before you can move forward. Now, as I said, it could be generational trauma. It could be to do with past life, or it could be to do with, so you may have come into this life with others from a past life as a group, because the 11th house deals with groups, and you may be working through that with these others. You may not even know them. But it could also be any kind of group endeavor, physical group endeavor that you may be involved in at this time. So you may be a member of an association or society or humanitarian interest or whatever the situation may be. But there's healing that is required here, and it's diving deep, and it's about digging up aspects which have been suppressed or haven't been dealt with, and it sometimes can bring up repetitive cycles or repetitive behaviors. Or you may be seeing this in the collective or in the global consciousness at this time. So take it as it resonates for you. But it could also be to do with building up contacts and networks at this time in something to do with the 11th house. So you could be meeting and greeting various types of people who are in this work. You could be helping the downtrodden in some way, or you could be part of a group or a society that does this, which helps with healing of individuals that may be going through something that you have already been through. You can help others by your wisdom and your knowledge that you've gained on your journey. So all of this is coming in with the Chiron. But it could also be to do with hospitals and prisons, or any kind of institution or any kind of health facility. You may be involved there, and healing is coming in to do with that. You could be involved in that, counseling or something. But also Chiron deals with all natural therapies, remedies, and associated healing methodologies. Now, this could be chiropractic, homeopathy, naturopathy, all of these things. Any one of these may be now rising up as a collective or coming into trend in the 11th house, and you may be tracking that at this time. So it could be coming in. You could also be visiting a place, a healing facility, unexpectedly, or you'd be going there, whether it's for you or somebody else, and it's what you learn while you are there. Okay. Now, having said this, the 11th house is also about friendships. Okay, so this could be that you have a friend at this time who is assisting you. Now, this could be you are going through the Chironic healing, and you are going through that, and it's somehow connected to a friendship or friends. Okay, so either you are going through that and others are coming in to assist you, or you are helping a friend who is going through various types of healings here, deep healings. Okay, this is, as I said, can be emotional healings from childhood or past life, or whatever the situation may be, or it could just be a physical wound, and there were all kinds of circumstances that occurred around that physical wounding, and sometimes you have to go back to the physical wounding, look at all the circumstances around there to release the emotions attached to that, and then the healing becomes rapid. Okay, so all of these aspects are coming in. It says, Mary Magdalene, unconditional love, love yourself, others, in every situation, no matter what the outward appearances may be. So this could be, as I said, unconditional is very much associated with the 11th house. This is universal love. 11th house is the higher octave of Venus, so this is Venus's house, and personal love. This is more universal love, and that goes in beautifully with the unconditional love. So you may be applying these concepts in the 11th house from a collective, or it's a personal thing, or it could be related to a friend. There's a lot of ways that this can be coming in: social groups, societies, or some sort of other group that you're involved with. But she's saying that unconditional love is giving love out, or giving things things out to others and not expecting a return. So, and it's also looking at various it could be very troubling situations around you, or you may be looking globally and thinking, where are we headed? All of these aspects, but it's just understand that there's healing taking place, and just come back to the unconditional love, and read up about Mary Magdalene, the true story of Mary Magdalene, and understand what this is all about, and the legacy that she left behind with the Cathars and so on. So wonderful exploratory reading and learning that you can undertake when you follow that path. As I said, it could very well be to do with a friend. So either this friend is very supportive of you, or you are being supportive of your friend, or it could be other female or other people around you who are coming across as very loving and comforting and supportive, intuitive, and so on. So it could be, as I said, a feminine, maybe a feminine collective that you're a part of, or it could be a particular feminine, or it could be somebody else that has these qualities. It says here, it could also be that you are going through some healing, and all of these wonderful qualities of the Queen of Summer are starting to come out in you. Whether you're masculine or feminine, doesn't matter. We have both. You've got to be able to balance and access both, and then there's not much you cannot achieve, really. So Queen of Summer, loving, comforting, emotional, intuitive. And this person is, if it's a person, is very soothing, very intuitive, can see your situation before you even open your mouth, very connected. And it says here, listen to your heart, intuitive insights you can trust, taking care of others, and then it's got in brackets, perhaps too much. So just be aware. Also with the 11th house, it could be a friend or friendships, or a friend which is going through quite a lot of difficulty right now. Just be careful that you are giving, but you must give from a full cup. You can't give from an empty cup. So make sure that your boundaries are in, and that you are filling your cup up as well. So give to yourself, self-love and all that, and then you'll be able to give to others. And if this is to do with you and your own healing and self-worth, then this is what you're going to be accessing at some point in your journey currently. Now, it could also be that with the 11th house, it could also be that you are meeting others, contacts, or connecting with other people at this time who may very well be helpful for you, or you are learning from them. And this could also be to do with the Capricorn energy and the earth element. So this is about meeting others who are going to be very influential for you. And that could very well be the 11th house. Okay, this can bring in very supportive people, or people that are friends or family, but they are actually acquaintances or people that you contact, contacts that you have, and so on. We have also got a balance coming in. So this is a major arcana, number 14, may be relevant for you. It says, take everyone's input into consideration. Merge viewpoints to create a better solution. Take your time. There's no need to rush. So again, this taking your time energy with the earth element here to do with the 9th house, which we've already discussed, and this Capricorn energy. Take your time. This is having patience and working diligently. As I said, this blossoming energy, working diligently towards your cause or your goals that you have. It may also be that you are involved in a group or some sort of group setting, or it could be in a society or an association. It could have humanitarian interests, or it could be that you are part of a collective. And this is about taking everyone's input into consideration. You may be looking at things globally. Merge viewpoints to create a better solution. Take your time. Okay, so all of this is coming in. So see how it comes in for you. But lastly, we've got Irene, peace. And it says, there is no need to worry as everything is working out beautifully. So come back to this no matter what. There's dolphins in the background. There's a child there. There's abundance. So whatever is your situation, you may also be looking at starting a family with your person. Just take it as it resonates, but come back to peace. And she says, just come back to this, that your needs are being met. The universe has got your back, and just come back to this wonderful, peaceful state, and be in your unconditional love, and things will go much more smoothly for you. Now, just a note that Jupiter is going to be moving into Pisces. It's already happening at end of December, and that will be carrying on into January. And I feel that, because Pisces is at an angle to Gemini, I feel that this is going to stimulate you in certain ways, or it could bring in a lot of Jupiter energy, which is very expansive. Jupiter rules the 9th house. So you could be expanding in all different ways, and it will be stimulation, and sort of it will stimulate you because it's at an angle, but it's in Pisces, which is all about dreams, spirituality, healing. Again, the healing is coming up. it's also about karma and either overcoming it or working with it, or expansion in some way in that regard. Okay, Gemini, I hope you enjoyed that. Please take care. If you want to stay on for the love reading, that's following now. Otherwise, take care, and I will see you next time. Hello, Gemini. Welcome back to your love reading. I hope you enjoy the reading. I've already shuffled and laid out the cards. Some of the aspects are popping up that kind of connect to the life reading. So if you want to look at that reading as well, there's a timestamp below to take you back to the beginning. But otherwise, this will be for you and your person, your significant other, your special someone, whether you've been together for a long time or short time, or you're only just welcoming this person in. Just take it as you need to for your situation. Now, please don't forget to like and share, or like and subscribe, as that will also help to move my videos around YouTube. So, right, so we have here the a couple of aspects coming in. We've got the Gemini card, we've got the Taurus card. So it seems to me that the Gemini I would take as being the Gemini energy which you're bringing, and it could be that your person has kind of blown you away a little bit through their sensuality, or they may be really good looking, or they just may be very grounded, and have sort of Taurian qualities, or could be very stabilizing. Whatever it is, the Taurus, they're often, they're ruled by Venus, so they're often very good looking people, or they have a lot of beautiful qualities about them. But it's also their sensuality and their connection to the material world, practicality, and so on. So if this is not the actual qualities of the person, it could be that within this relationship, these qualities need to be brought in. So grounded, practical, methodical. This came up in the life reading as well. So with the Taurus energy, this is about building a foundation, creating a foundation for life. And I feel that this is the relationship. There's a lot of indications that this person is very special in your life. Whether you've been together for a while, you may only just be seeing that now, or it could be that this is a new person. But this person is looking to me like a soulmate, or somebody that you have a deep bond with at any rate. And with the Taurian energy, this is a kind of a pleasure seeking, but it's sensuality, but it does have that very grounded, practical side to it as well. And it's about growing and about your garden, creating a garden or a foundation, and moving forward. Very loyal energy, very patient energy as well, and very earthy kind of a person, or a very earthy energy that you need to bring in to the relationship. It could be that with the Gemini energy, there could be a lot of Gemini energy flying around, and you need to just focus on the aspect of looking at your attitudes and your perceptions around this relationship. It could be that it seems to be that you need to let go of a few aspects that you may be bringing in from previous relationships or past life, or whatever the situation is. So you need to listen as well as communicate. And I feel that there's communication that is required in this relationship to perhaps to show this person how you feel, or to tell this person how you feel, and to talk about these things. But communication is definitely highlighted. The Gemini energy can be very flirtatious and a bit like a butterfly, going from lots of different visiting lots of different flowers and so on. So make sure that in this relationship that you're coming across as sincere, and that you are listening as well as speaking, but that also that you are focused on the communication side of this, so that you can be attentive. As I said, sometimes the Gemini energy can be a little bit distracted or all over the place, and subtle signs and sort of little signs that may be overlooked along the way because you're not paying attention, or something to do with that, or just overlooking things because you're busy, So it's about paying attention and also looking at a few things. And also, as I said, communication is very much highlighted, but there's a grounded, earthy quality that needs to be coming in here to give it a plan, a structure, and to bring in that lovely sensuous side. But I do feel that communication is very important. We've got here meditate and contemplate, new moon in Pisces. So this is a new moon, and this is about soulmates. This is about dreams, about connecting with a dream that you have of perhaps of a relationship that you never thought you would get. And it's a very spiritual quality as well, but it's about connecting to that and connecting to the deeper side of the relationship. Sometimes a Gemini can be more surface, and you want to go a little bit deeper with this. So meditate and contemplate. If you need to get up the energy to actually have this conversation with them, then meditate and contemplate on it. How are you going to bring this about, or how is this going to happen? But certainly the Piscean energy is very much about connecting to the divine in you and the divine in your person. And it's a very deep spiritual connection, but also a bond that you want to create here. And you don't want to be so self-defeating or falling into self-undoing because you've got fears that you simply can't overcome, or you won't let go of. So you could be very fearful of going into this relationship because it is deep, and it's kind of requiring a bit more out of you than perhaps you have had to deal with for some time. So it's saying that let go of your fears, connect to the spirituality or to the spiritual side of yourself and your person. And also it's quite a lot of water energy. Your person has got water, so there could be a water sign or have water in their chart. But it's very much about this sort of a soulmate, deep bond energy coming in you. It could also be karma related. So you've called this person into your life for a reason, all right? And you've got a contract together. So, it's up to you to fulfill your side of the situation. We've also got the divine door for the relationship, and it says, yes, kiss the ground and touch the sky. Your soul is set now to leap and to fly. So I would say that this is yes, a big yes to this relationship or to the soulmate, or you may just be recognizing them. So you could be seeing them in this light, or you've had some kind of like an epiphany almost. But it's saying yes. So you've got a big yes here for this relationship. Now, I do feel we've got the prudence energy here. So I do feel that you may have in previous relationships or in this relationship, but in the past, you may have been very cautious with your energy. Cautious with your energy. You perhaps haven't given or invested as much as you should have or could have or would have, just because of past hurts and fears that you may be harboring and so on. So prudence is coming up, and I feel it's to do with that. I feel it's about releasing these fears and going with this beautiful energy and with this yes. Okay, so the prudence may be that you may have just been very, very cautious in the past, and it's time to let go of that now, because as I said, you've drawn this person into your life, or they're in your life for a reason. Now, the energy on your side, the energy between you and your person, there could be qualities which are interchangeable, so take it as it resonates. But you've got Mercury on your side, so I do feel you need to speak up. You need to communicate with your person. You need to tell them how you feel, or you need to discuss or talk about what you want to do. It's also about try not to overthink things, all right? You want to communicate. You want to communicate from your heart. You need to be sincere. You need to pay attention, and you need to be listening as well. And you also need to be looking for signs, because they've got the moon on their side, and they could be releasing little signs or giving you little indications that you may miss if you don't pay attention, all right? So Mercury communication, it's about words, it's about how you phrase things, how you say things. Be very careful what you say. Choose your words with care. Don't be glib, all right? Be sincere. Choose your words with care. It's also maybe written. You may be using communication like, so it's online. So be careful with that, because sometimes the emotions can get lost with online communications. But it's also about being curious and enjoying the interaction, and learning a bit about this person, or learning about where this relationship can take you. It's also having a vision. And it could also be that you may need to have a little bit of a trip away, or arrange a small trip away, because you've got full moon Sagittarius. So this could be a little trip away to have a little bit of fun, or a romantic adventure, or whatever the situation is. And Mercury can be about a local trip or a trip away, which involves a car journey, perhaps maps, but it's communication related, and it could involve a short journey. But I feel this is how you may be this is how you may be thinking right at this moment. We've also got this divine door, and it says, a moment's joy, sand through the hourglass, yet time could stand still. A moment lasts forever in the bliss of the heart's will. So I feel this is about making memories, making good memories, or overwriting previous memories of other situations that you've had, because you've also got this divine door that came up. It says heart healing. Mourning now has had its time. Do not pay it a single dime. Emerge from the darkness. A new day starts. Let light embrace the healing heart. So, there's healing involved here, healing of the heart. Healing came up very strongly in the life reading as well. So it could be both of you, I feel, have got this. But the heart healing is on your side. And it's saying that whatever you've been mourning or whatever you've trying to get past, a breakthrough is possible for you now. And you've drawn this person into your life, as I said, and you have a contract together. So it's about moving forward through healing, through the healing process. But this is about starting a fresh start, a new beginning. And this is why you've got the new moon. New moons are always about fresh starts or new beginnings. It's also about forgiveness and gratitude as well. So be grateful, be humble about how the soulmate energy works, and about how a person like this can trigger healing for you. Be humble and be in some form of humility about that, because this is the universe at work. This is your higher self at work. You've drawn this person to you. They're helping you to heal, and you are helping them to heal. You've got a contract. So this is saying let the mourning go now. The heart healing is occurring, and it's happening. And just embrace this new energy and start making new memories, which is what the moment's joy is all about. Start making new memories now and overwrite the previous ones. Now, your person has got the moon energy, so they could be a water sign, could be Cancer, or they could just be in this frame at the moment, or they may have water in their chart. And the moon is always about feelings. So feelings are high with them. They're in their fields at the moment. And they could also be feeling particularly instinctual, emotional. They could also be, if you've already been together, you may be looking at starting a family. They may be thinking about that, because the moon can often be associated with the mother or the feminine side. But it's also about gut feelings and going with instincts and emotions. So I feel this person is very much in that way at the moment. They could also be healing emotional side, sort of a gut reaction to something, or a deep feelings about previous situations in their life or in your life that you've kind of been living already. So it's also family matters come up with the moon. And this time of the year, the end of the year and the beginning of a new year, often can bring in lots of things to do with families. So they could be healing various family situations, or also trauma or issues or fears around their growing up years or previous relationships and so on. So this is about soothing. I feel like in this mode, they could also be, as I said, mothering themselves or coming into mother mode. But it's also about moods and habits. The moon is all about that. Now, they've got two divine doors here. It says, deeper, you are not finished, you are not yet done. Dig deeper and deeper, the best is to come. Hold on, hold on. So, as I said, they may just be feeling a little bit insecure right at the moment, but they need to dig deep right now. And I feel that's what they're going to do. They're going to have to go really deep within. There may have been an issue that came up between you, which kind of needs to be cleared, or it could be an external issue that's come up. Maybe you've had a breakaway with family and it just didn't go as well as you'd hoped or something. But this is their other divine door. Bless the space. Your sacred space holds the soul to bear. Palo Santo or sage will clear the air. So this is about burning incense or sage or Palo Santo in the in your environment, either in your home or to clear the relationship. It could also be around other matters. Some sort of space clearing is required here to clear the air. But I feel this is what the communication is all about. There needs to be communication here. You need to talk to this person. You need to talk things through or discuss or just communicate, or go away and have a discussion or talk about things to clear the air. Okay, that's what needs to happen here. So now I think from a advice perspective, we've got Nomad coming in. This is the divine door. It says, the nomadic wanderer lies deep inside, so take the leap now, don't crawl back inside. So I think this is connected to this. Yes, you need to take a leap of faith here. You need to take a leap into this because, as I said, this is soulmate energy. There's a very deep connection here. So don't go back in to your shell, or to retreat into this facade where you you're very being overly cautious or whatever. So don't crawl back inside. That's what it's saying. Come out of your shell and go for it. This is also why you have the Aries energy. This is a very courageous energy. It's initiating, self-starting, going for it. It's kind of a driving energy. It's quite a fierce energy. It's action-oriented. So I feel this is what you need to do. You need to get your courage together, both of you or one of you. Get your courage up and don't be afraid, and be assertive in a way. To have this discussion or talk about things or get things moving, and don't be afraid. And it's also obviously an impulsive energy. It could be that you need to arrange this little trip away, little surprise. There's kind of an exhilarating energy with it as well. And but it's a fiery, self-starting energy. Get things going. It's an initiating energy, and let's get things going. It's also no nonsense energy, no nonsense cards on the table. So be clear with your communications, but be gentle and caring about how you go about it. We've also got the look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. This is also very expansive energy. This is about looking at seeing the benefits of this, and not being so afraid to take a step forward. So staying in your little shell or staying in your place because you're too scared to take a step forward. All right, try new things. Full moon in Sagittarius is very expansive. Full moon is a culmination. It's a result. And this can be really, really a very sort of like a culmination of something, So it's very much about looking at the bigger picture, seeing all the benefits and what can happen now going forward. And don't worry too much about the details. Don't get caught up too much. Yes, pay attention to certain things, but see the possibilities and the probabilities here. There could be a little trip away that is required. Also, when you speak with caring and with, as I said, don't be glib, or don't go over the top or be overly confident, but have confidence. You need the Aries confidence, the courage to move forward. But sometimes with the Sagittarian energy can be overly confident or opinionated. You want to come across as sincere, listening as well, attentive, but to bring in this lovely expansive energy. And it's an adventure. Life is an adventure, and that's how you've got to look at it. Okay, Gemini, I hope you enjoyed that. Please don't forget to like and share, or like and subscribe. Take care, and I will see you next time.